Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We everyone, ladies and gentlemen, for the ninth episode of Karakuri Circus, and we saw at the end of the previous episode the Nakamachi Circus's first, performance was interrupted by the whole thing we had going on with Narumi, Gi, Lucille as well, fighting a bunch of the automata on the plane. It was wild. It really was a whole lot. Went down there. Narumi actually ended up saving Shirogane and Masaru, as we saw. They know that it was him, or they have a feeling that it was him, or they were like, I could have swore that was, him, Narumi. But I don't really know, because of the whole amnesia thing, if Narumi knows, who he just saved right there at the end of the previous episode. So, we're continuing off of that. We're going to see what we have in this episode. We're starting at the very beginning, 0 seconds, and we're going to get started here in 3, 2, 1, play. We will see. Will the Nakamachi, after all this chaos, will the Nakamachi Circus go back? Will we see their actual first performance? Because it was interrupted. That's for sure. Okay, so they're gonna show what we saw. Yeah, like Shirogane took that, and then Narumi came in and swooped both of them, saved both of them, and then he just ran away. Because I feel like if he would have known who he just saved, he wouldn't have ran away that quickly. But also that gives me like some hope as well. How he put his hand on his head. That also gives me some hope. But I mean, that's also just the kind of character that Narumi is in general. Like, him telling someone, "Oh, you're okay, you're safe now." Narumi's disappearing back. That was him. Well, they knew it. They weren't tripping. And especially Masaru would not be wrong about that. He would know better than almost anyone else. Shirogane as well. And I didn't even expect them to come together. Well, they didn't really it wasn't like an official reunion, but they now know he's still alive. He's out there. But I wasn't expecting to come together so quickly again, or them to even see each other again so quickly. It was like only what, 1, 2 episodes or something like that. So I don't know. I've heard the pacing is kind of fast early on, or they've skipped some stuff, or went pretty quick with it. But still, I was expecting us to get maybe some more like episodic, type of episodes with Narumi fighting the Automata along with Gi and Lucille and all that, and then us as a parallel follow the Nakamachi Circus and them doing a couple acts. But they didn't waste any time. They saw each other pretty quickly. We'll see what they or where they decide to go with their what they decide to do though. Memories. Oh, so Gi is joining the Nakamachi Circus? Wait, what? Yo, Gi was going off in the Eleanor. So this was the whole hair thing that they have going on. So that was actually the case. That Gi was Shirogane's teacher, master. That's ah. My first living memory is of traveling with him. Yeah, this goes pretty far back then. Come on, puppet handling puppet. Yep. She's went into this a little bit before. I mean, being cooped up in that freaking, you're probably not getting out much or anything, just in there, you know, I could see why she became like that. Just literally do this. That's it. Nothing else. But Shirogane, we know, is starting to open up more. She's starting to kind of show emotions and then all that. She's getting a little better. But right between the titties, of course. Yeah, I hear it. I hear it. Now it's actually like a heartbeat. Both of them. Ah, Narumi. They need to be back together soon. It's okay. It's okay. Come on. A blushing Shirogane. Yeah, it's not really a thing we saw too much. Damn. Yeah, that scene, man. That would probably scar you for life. Imagine something like that happening, like, right? You think someone's holding on to you and it's just their arm hanging there, like everyone's fighting, struggling through something. You He's going off by himself? Huh. Is he really going off by himself though? Track down the Midnight Circus, yeah, fight the Automata. Mingxia? Daughter of Master Liang. Oh, really? Okay. So she just kind of gets thrown in the mix. New character, bam. Mmm. Probably that's been triggered by him saving Shirogane, holding her, and Yomasaru as well. Soul of the man who made the Aquavite was dissolved into it. Yeah, and we did see some other things in that in his memory as well. Like it looked like we saw Shirogane, but then like some other shit as well that looked kind of something we never saw before, at least. That's his master. How long has he been out here? He looks like he's like the first thing Narumi does is laugh. Are you serious? Like he looks like he looks like he could die, like or drop dead at any moment. He it's just he has it. So he never had it before, but now he has it. The Water of life? The aqua vitae? Everything. How he ended up where he's at now. I mean, why wouldn't he believe him? I mean, if they've been master and student for, back in the past and for a while at that. Over 200 years ago. Two brothers in the Bai family? The older brother was Yin, the younger was Jin. The memory of the man who is dissolved within me. Frag, the city of 100 spires. Wait, and the one guy looks, the one of them looks exactly like Narmi. I like his. Well, this they're saying this is like 200 years ago, right? Like, oh, and that looks like Shirogane. But this was so long ago. Wait, what the fuck? So that's what we were seeing in his head when he was having like those dreams or whatever. Francine. I was wondering what was up with that name. Did their like ancestors like know each other or what the fuck is happening? This is kind of weird. Because the master said that these were his ancestors, right? Jealous much? Jealous much? How could you turn that down, right? It's kind of crazy though how far back this goes, and it has like this much of an importance now. Like, what do they say? 200 years, something like that. And she like put them in her pocket or something. They could probably nail it though. How could you turn that down? Yeah, see what I mean? How could you? Man was falling for her. And they really drew a crowd quickly. Is that why she was saving the food or whatever? Maybe because she's like starving or doesn't get a lot of food, or just, maybe she's homeless, doesn't have anywhere to live. That's a sad reality. Oh, maybe she does have a home. Oh, she has a whole freaking family to feed. That's why. Yeah, that's why she was even more happy about, you know, her being able to take all the food. Man, they haven't been eaten or anything. Like, sold her hair. Aww. Selling her hair just to put, like, food on the table. Who knows what else? Yeah, she could have been selling. Aww. She's just, I mean, stealing, obviously, you don't really want to condone that. But look. Man, she has a whole family to feed and starving herself and uh, oh, her ladyships. She's like a princess or something. She's escaped from a French slave trade and settled here. Man, she likes is just a supporter of the ones in need, and Oh, one egg? Really? Over an egg? Wow, are you kidding me? Are you over an egg? What kind of fuckery is this? An angel to all of them. The ones in need, the poor, it's the hungry, like An event. What? Is your brother like going insane over this? Really? Okay. Or is he fucking around? Seriously? What's so weird about all this though is just like the striking resemblances between Narumi and this guy Yin, and then Francine and Shirogane. All illnesses to disappear. Wow. Aw. An egg. An egg. He'll help out. Of course he will. Man will do whatever. Man will do whatever it takes. Aw. Wow, they spent this much time on like this compared to any other scene or portion of the series so far. Like it kind of just cut to it like kind of like we went into it pretty quickly, but then they actually spent like almost the whole episode with that. Oh, Jin was there the whole time. Damn, like yin and yang. The good one, the good guy, the evil brought out in him. Which I was like, oh, this man's actually like getting insane over this shit. Like when we first saw him, like the face he was making, like when they were talking about it before. But then there, here's what's weird though, man. It's just like you know, Narumi's master, starts going into that story. I think he stated it, unless I might have to go back after I upload this and everything, and go back and watch. But pretty sure he said those were like his ancestors, 200 years ago. It was just kind of like weird or a little off-putting to me because like she looks so much like Shirogane, and then he looks so much like Narumi. So still, I mean, a nice little story though. But um, what like I think this all surrounds like the Aqua Vitae though, or whatever like happened there. Um, maybe we thought okay, the Aqua Vitae is actually a good uh sort of thing to use, right? But there's all like maybe some kind of twist or some other thing there with it. I mean, they didn't really like um go into that. I mean, maybe they pick up with that in the next episode, like the mistake that was made actually, or I don't know. I mean, this was a kind of. I mean, I liked it, but it was kind of like weird. Am I the only one who feels like that, or what? I don't know. Um, Still a pretty solid episode, I would say. Um, we I guess Monsters just went off on his own now. I, Shirogane didn't even follow him, didn't even see him leave or anything like that. Well, Gee saw him leave, but like I guess Monsters, we didn't even catch up back up with Monster and wherever the hell he was going or what he was doing, like I like okay, which I mean that this show has done a little bit of that, right? Like they kind of do skip around or they'll cut to something real quickly and then go into something. It felt kind of sudden, I guess, is what I should say. And there's been things like that, in this series so far. But I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you guys thought of this one. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace.